Hello and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist you in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. So we're going to get started today. We are doing a reading for the sign of Libra. This is going to be Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs. If you don't know your placements, you can go to a website such as astro.com, plug in your birth information, and they will generate a chart for you. The more we know about our astrology, the better we can get to know ourselves. So it is absolutely highly recommended. All right, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Take what fits and leave the rest. Okay, interesting. So first two cards out here. We have the Nine of Swords, and then we have the Fool. So this is really beautiful energy. I'm feeling as though you guys have had a lot of sleepless nights lately. You've been kind of going back and forth in your minds, trying to figure some stuff out, and kind of in this place of like dealing with, I feel like purging, like you guys have been purging some really heavy energies lately. And it's got you just really in this place of feeling really confused, not really knowing. It's sort of like hopeless, feeling hopeless. And so this is as we are ascending, right? Like we go through this period of all of these, like we can't take all of these heavier emotions with us, right? So as we're moving and evolving towards this fifth dimensional consciousness, we have to release all of that stuff. As our vibrations rising, all that is not a match to it has to be released. And so I think that that's a part of what you guys are dealing with right now, is just going through that and just going through this purge in like all different aspects of your life right now. Like getting rid of everything that isn't serving you, sort of kind of cleaning house in a manner of speaking, and really looking at and evaluating where you're at and where it is that you want to go. And so this has put you in a bit of a spot, but there is this new beginning that's waiting for you. Like this is what you're wanting, this is what you're wishing for, is this Fool energy, this energy of things. You want things to feel new and fresh and exciting again. I feel like some of you guys have been in this place where it's just things haven't felt that way for a really long time. Like you're looking to get that spark back. You're looking to get that sense of adventure back, that sense of freshness and newness. And that energy is quite possibly coming to you. Let's get some more on this Fool energy. Tell us about this new beginning. Tell us about this new beginning. Okay. And so we have the Three of Pentacles, which is teamwork, collaboration, learning, growing, creating together, creation. I feel like you guys are in this space, and that also came out with the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you're in this space where this new beginning that you're looking for is around your creativity. It's like you want to be collaborating with like-minded individuals, and you want to be creating something. You guys are so incredibly creative. You are ruled by Venus, right? So you are all about the arts, right? You're very talented and gifted when it comes to that. When it comes to making things beautiful, creating things that are beautiful. This is music, this is physical art, this is so many different things, photography for some of you guys, whatever it is that you're wanting to create. You want this, you're looking for this new beginning, and you are quite possibly moving into this new beginning where you're going to be able to, it's going to involve a lot of creative expression, right? Like the Queen of Cups is that emotional energy. It's that water sign energy. And in this card, she's just like in her element. She is super connected, right? It's that spiritual connection, that connection to source, that connection to that inspiration. Like bringing that inspiration down into the physical, I'm feeling for you guys, is part of what this new start is going to be about, or that you're looking for. And then we have the Ace of Swords, which is like breakthroughs, right? So really like a whole new cycle when it comes to the way that you're able to use your mind, the way that you're able to, I just feel you guys really getting super spiritually connected. It's like channeling all of this light and all of this beautiful energy. I'm going to move these cards down a little bit so that you can see them here. And so, yeah, just really in your element when it comes to that. Some of you guys are going to be working with your hands. Some of you, it's like using, like you're going to be just drinking in that creative inspiration and using that to create something beautiful. Like I said, like that's what you guys are wanting to do. And then we have the Knight of Wands, which is, wands are fire energy, right? So that is that creative energy. That is that passionate creative energy that you guys are really, really drawing in and really moving towards right now. And just like, look, see, she's got a drum here, right? The music, the creation, the having fun. Like you guys are just, you're looking to bring more joy and more fun into your lives. More joy, more inspiration, more fun, more spiritual connectedness, more like-minded individuals that you can collaborate with, that you can create with. And I want to get a couple of the Archangel Power Tarot here. What do we have coming up during this fresh start? What can Libra look forward to? What guidance do we have for Libra here? What guidance do we have for Libra? Whoa. Okay. We're going to move these up now. So we have the Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support. A change in a job or a promotion. So that's beautiful energy. I feel for some of you guys, yes, this job is going to involve you being able to utilize your creative skills, right? And yeah, just a change. Like you guys are looking for and wanting that change. So that change, it's this creative cycle. It's also different career paths for some of you guys. And the Nine of Michael, which is like telling you that you're worrying unnecessarily. And so releasing these feelings, right? This guilt, this regret, this anger, this shame, all of these lower vibrational energies that are wanting to be released. Like release those and focus on what it is that you want. Focus on manifesting what it is that you want. Focus on all this beauty and abundance that you're looking to manifest into your lives and allow that to grow. I mean, look at the laser beam coming out of her head here, right? It's like that focused intention goes out to the universe and it brings you back whatever it is that you are seeking and desiring. So it's really, but you have to get rid of this first, because this is bringing down your vibration, and nothing beautiful that you want to come to you can come to you if you're not a vibrational match for it. If you guys would like assistance with that, I offer really powerful and beautiful angelic heart healings. I do Reiki. I also do this healing called Belvaspata, which works with the 5th and 6th dimensional energies. It works with the angelic beings and other beings of light, and it can really help to relieve some of this stuff and help you to break free and out of this cycle, because this cycle is what's holding you back. Like if you're in that dark place right now, just allow those energies to purge out of you. Accept that they're there, right? Don't try to run from them. Don't try to fight them. Just allow them to be, experience them, and work through them. Thank them and allow them to leave. Like, don't get caught up. It's like when we become that detached observer, right? And like, you guys can be really good at this because you're an air sign, right? So you are good at this logical detachment kind of perspective when you want to be. So really take advantage of that and just observe what's coming up, but don't get too emotionally attached to it. What we do is we become attached to the stories, right? With these stories that we tell ourselves over and over, these stories that we're constantly rehashing in our minds about the past, about who we are, about situations, and sort of like falling into that victim consciousness. Like, don't do that. It's time to move outside of that consciousness and into something new, into something fresh, into this energy, right? Into this energy, this beautiful collaborative energy, this creative energy, this emotional, this like feeling the emotions. Like for some of you guys, it's a process of like, in order to release this, you are going to have to allow yourself to feel some of those emotions, right? Like she is experiencing her emotions fully, but she's not being weighed down by them because she's allowing them. So some of you may have to allow that in order to then be able to move past it. Like, to be honest, I'm feeling for some of you guys, like, you may need to just really be honest with yourselves about how you feel. Like, some of you guys may be distracting yourselves with work. You may be distracting yourselves with other things so that you don't have to feel this energy. But if you want this breakthrough, you have to allow yourself to move out of this energy by acknowledging that it's there and then allowing it to pass. And like I said, reach out to me if you want assistance moving through that, because energy healing can really help to clear and get some of those energies moving. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Anything else? It's like once you release those energies, then that's when like these new resources come in. That's when this change, this promotion, all of this stuff comes in, because you're moving out of a place of lack, you're moving out of a place of fear and into a place of trust and hope and abundance. And then we have the Knight of Michael. So yes, time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion, sudden changes. So then this energy comes in fast. Once you're able to release all of that energy that's holding you down, this energy, this fresh new energy comes in really quickly. And so like it is going to be one of those things where you, for those of you, and it's really depending what you have in your charts, right? But for those of you who are a bit uncomfortable with change, like this can stir up some more emotions, right? And so we want to allow ourselves to feel our emotions, to process them, to release them, but we don't want to get stuck in them, and we don't want to make decisions based solely on those emotions that are reactionary, right? There's a difference with understanding and feeling and tuning into the emotions of our heart and what our heart is telling us, and there's something, it's a different thing entirely when we're reacting based on emotions that are triggered in us by outside circumstances. And so like you don't want to do that. That is when, like we said, you want to employ that detachment, that logic. But yes, I'm feeling this more than anything, just like that really fast moving energy that comes in when you're able to fully release and clear all the stuff that you're in the process of purging right now. And then we have your King of Ariel, which would be like the King of Pentacles, I believe. Your plans are working out very well, professional and financial success, using resources wisely. So like there is a lot of abundance that is ready to come in as soon as you are ready to become a match to that energy. All right. And we're going to move these up here. And what else do I want to pull for you guys? Yeah. We'll get a couple of the Work Your Light Oracle cards and see what these have to say for you. Let's see. Libra, September 2020. What do you want my Libras to know? So we have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Right? This is always work that you guys are doing. It's finding that balance when it comes to that. You are a sign that likes things to go smoothly. You like people to be happy. You don't really like to ruffle feathers and all of that. So there may be issues where you need to create those boundaries with other people. Let's see how these all play in together. Then we have the Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So this is like reaching out for help when you need it as well, right? Like you have a lot of assistance that is available to you from the subtle realms. This is where we're talking about this spiritual energy that you guys are bringing in as you're wanting to become more spiritually connected. Like reach out to your team, right? To your angels. This is also like, for some of you guys, you're in this place right now, right? And you're wanting this fresh start, but you don't see how it's going to come about. And you may be feeling like, you may not be feeling this abundance energy that's making its way in for you. You may be a bit stressed about finances right now. And so just know and understand that that is coming. And like there is assistance being provided to you in the subtle realms. It's just, once again, you're working on making yourselves a vibrational match for that energy, and you're working on releasing all of the things that are sort of like kind of, I don't want to say blocking you, but sort of standing in the way a little bit. Like there's a couple lessons that some of you still need to learn before this next cycle of abundance kicks in. And for some of you guys, I don't know how that connection is, but some of it may have to do with boundaries. It may have to do for some of you guys with like asking for what it is that you deserve. I'm feeling that. Like, I'm feeling for some of you guys, like maybe you go all out of your way when it goes to your work life to do things, and you don't necessarily get the credit for that, but you kind of do it anyway and you don't say anything about it. So for some of you guys, it might be like stepping into your empowerment where that's concerned, and like taking that action and asking for what it is that you deserve, or really putting it out there and like showcasing what it is that you do, right? Because maybe a lot of that goes unnoticed, and you allow it to go unnoticed because you kind of do it in the background, or you're really quiet about it, and it's about learning how to speak up when it comes to that stuff too. And for some of you guys, I feel like you kind of maybe get taken advantage of when it comes to your work life. Like, you're always saying yes when sometimes you really need to say no. And so that may be another thing. There may be some stuff around that, and it may be like some of you needing to learn how to step up in your power in those types of situations before you enter this next phase of your lives. And so it's learning that kind of stuff, learning your worth, learning how to set boundaries, learning when to say yes and when to say no, and to make sure that you are being compensated adequately for what it is that you are doing and the effort that it is that you're putting in. And that's funny because the next card is share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. So this leads right into that, right? This expression, this expressing and telling people what it is, like not sitting in the shadows, like allowing yourselves to come out in the spotlight a little bit more and really kind of shine that spotlight on yourself. Like, you may be worried about what people are going to think or what people are going to say if you kind of stand up for yourself. And this may go beyond work situations. For some of you guys, this is in your personal life. This is when it comes to your creativity for some of you guys too. It's like you're a little bit scared to fully express yourselves because you don't know how that's going to be received. But that is going to be, for some of you guys, one of those keys that opens those floodgates, is like just really being able to speak your truth and fully express yourself the way that you want to. When you start expressing yourself authentically, when you start living authentically, that's what opens those floodgates of abundance, because that's when you become more attuned to what it is that is actually meant for you. So that's like a huge key for a lot of you guys. And then on the bottom of the deck, as we often do, we have Starseed, what lights you up. So really following and flowing with what it is that lights you up, and releasing some of those fears around how you're going to be received or perceived if you speak what's in your heart, if you take on that creative project that you're really passionate about, but you don't know if people are going to like it, that new style that you've been experimenting with, whatever it is that you've been doing, it's about learning how to use your voice, right? And so that's something that some of you guys are working on right now as well, is sort of like the stress and the worry around doing that, around really stepping outside of your comfort zone in some area of your life. And like I said, I offer personal readings. The healings can really, really help with this kinds of stuff too. So I really encourage you guys to reach out for that. We're going to get a couple Black Moon astrology cards as well and see what these have to say. Okay. We have Capricorn, I use. So this is all about clever use of resources. Capricorn energy is that energy of authority, right? It's that energy of the social climber. It's the energy of somebody who is very well manifested, right? Capricorn is extremely well manifested. It's a sign that represents affluence, ultimate abundance, right? Really, like, the goal of Capricorn energy is that goal of becoming successful and independent, right? But success on their own terms, right? Like, Capricorn can get caught up in the glitz and the glamour and the social acceptability, but at the end of the day, like, the highest expression of Capricorn energy is to be able to march to their own drummer, to stand on their own, to decide what they want to go for and what success means to them, and to achieve that no matter who applauds, no matter who doesn't applaud, right? And so this is, definitely very important energy for you guys. And it's that energy of really committing to a goal and seeing it through, and being aware of all the resources that you have at your disposal. Like, you may have resources that you didn't even realize that you had. Some of those are inner resources that you're developing right now. Some of those are outer resources that you may not have noticed, may not have kind of grabbed your attention just yet, because you weren't quite looking in the right place, or you were looking but you weren't really seeing, if that makes any sense. And then we have Sagittarius IC right here, funnily enough, right? And so Sagittarius is the explorer. Sagittarius is the gypsy and the student. And so this is that energy of like being willing to explore, to move, like we were talking about, to move out of your comfort zone, to kind of like build your own worldview. I feel like this greater philosophical and spiritual understanding that you guys are developing right now. And how do you use that? How do you put that into practice in your life? How do you use that to create the life that you want to have, right? This is also, and I apologize if you guys can hear the craziness going on outside my window right now. This is kind of like Indian summer in a way. It's pretty hot. I had to get a little bit of air, so it gets a little wild out on my street at night sometimes. So hopefully that's not too distracting. But yeah, it's this energy of like, Sagittarius is that fire energy, right? So we got fire and earth energy here. So that's what you're being asked to draw on right now, like creating that stability with the earth energy and that strategy, but also like being open, right? Sagittarius, this is be open to different perspectives that you, other than the ones that you're familiar with right now. Be open to different cultures, really enrich yourself, kind of try out a bunch of different things, a bunch of new things right now. It's like, if you're wanting to move into this energy to get this revitalized kind of freshness in your life, then explore some things that you haven't explored before. Talk to some people that you haven't talked to before. For some of you guys, it's like networking, getting yourselves out there, traveling may be helpful for you. Just really enriching your experience in every way that you possibly can, and just sort of seeing what that brings for you. Any other energies for Libra? All right, Saturn return age. Okay, and so the Saturn return is typically not thought of as the happiest time, right? The Saturn return is that time where Saturn returns to the place that it was when we were born. It happens once roughly every 29 to 30 years. And so this is a big period of growing up. This is like when we step up into the next level in our lives. We take on a bigger sense of authority, of responsibility for our lives, of where they are going. And it's really usually a huge turning point. And so this signifies that you guys are at a huge turning point, a huge crossroads in your lives right now. And you're being asked to step it up. You're being asked to really step up your spiritual program, right? Get super connected so that you can get that inspiration, so that you can get that insight. Step up your creativity, right? Step up your game in all aspects when it comes to using your voice, when it comes to speaking your truth, when it comes to expressing what's truly in your hearts, and just see the way that you level up as a result of that. As like you guys are, it's sort of like you're moving to this next phase, and that next phase is going to be really exciting if you're willing to really own it and really be who you are. You know, as we grow older, as we mature more and more, we get to this point where we really just don't give, like, we don't give a fuck anymore. We don't care what people think of us. We don't have time for that. And so that's an energy that I'm feeling with the Saturn return for you guys as well, as just like that energy of like just not caring anymore, just not being concerned as much with that stuff, and being more concerned with like what fulfills me, what is going to help me to grow, what do I want for my life, and how can I achieve that. And then we have the 8th house, endings and beginnings, and the void of course moon, which is that energy of kind of like feeling like you're floating out in the ethers and you really don't know what's going on. And so this 8th house, this endings and beginnings, this is like where you guys are at right now with things, where it's like certain things are going to be ending so that new things can begin. So it's like that process of allowing that to happen and releasing that, and not hanging out onto things that don't fulfill you anymore, or that aren't necessary, or that are trying to make their way out of your lives. And I feel this too with this is 8th house, this is Pluto energy, this is Scorpio energy. So I'm feeling for you guys like Some of the stuff that you may be exploring and studying as you're, because I feel you guys kind of going, like, if you're going in a bunch of different directions to see what sticks, to see what fits, to see what resonates and what feels good for you guys. So some of you guys may be exploring some occult type things. You may be getting into some tarot cards. You may be getting into just different aspects of spirituality and really just religion, any of those types of stuff, right? Like the paranormal. Like if these are things that you guys are interested in, you may delve more into those or try to find a way that you can incorporate some of that stuff into your life and into your routine, which is really fun and interesting. And then we're going to see if we have any advice from this Void of Course Moon card. All is not as it seems. So there may be a matter for somebody, I'm feeling, where you don't really know how to proceed with the situation just as yet. And so this is just calling on you to not take any action on that situation. Like whoever this is for, you're going to know what that situation is. If you're really confused about it, you don't know what to do, you don't know what choice it is that you're meant to make right now, then don't do anything just yet. Wait until you have more information. Wait until your intuition tells you what to do, when you're sure that you do know what to do. And just for right now, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Whatever this is. This is just a period of confusion, though. I can really, I feel this for most of you guys, just as a period of confusion. Yeah. Let's see. It says meditation and any type of psychic or spiritual efforts will work out better when the Void of Course Moon card turns up. So that's cool. This may also just be an amplification of this card and these energies, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I think that was just a message for somebody about a certain situation that maybe you came to this reading trying to get some guidance on, and it's saying like just don't do anything with that right now. Like there's nothing that you can do except kind of wait it out. Wait it out and let the cards fall as they may, especially if the situation has to do with another person and you're wanting to kind of come in and assist another person in a situation. It's not your place to do that right now, is basically what that's saying for somebody out there. Maybe just one person. All right. So let's see. Do we want to pull a final card for you guys? I'm trying to think, trying to see what's resonating with me, what's coming through. Yeah, we're going to do a Wisdom of the Hidden Realms card for you guys. Libra. Some final parting guidance for Libra. And we got the Ringmaster of Scrutiny, discernment, clear vision, and details. This card comes out a lot, interestingly enough. So it says, the Ringmaster of Scrutiny is all about the details. Look closely and pay attention to the smallest elements of what's being presented to you on your path. It's in these details, not the broad strokes, that you'll find the breathtaking beauty and perfection in what you observe. This ally is on your side to point to the deeper meaning of what unfolds in your life, and he reminds you that every moment counts. Staying present in this perfect moment, observing the minute things, leads you to manifest your highest good and greatest desires. Grand gestures are for other times. It's the smallest acts that really count right now. And so this is reminding me of that card that talked about the divine orchestration. It's like all of these, every little thing, even if it seems small right now, like you are learning and you're being prepared for for this next cycle that you're looking to embark on. So just pay attention to what every little moment is teaching you right now. Like, get into that Sagittarius energy of being the student, right? Being the student of your life and looking at what every single moment has to offer, what every single moment has to teach. And as you really tune in and be present in the now and present in every single moment, that's going to connect you more deeply with your spirituality. It's going to connect you. It's like a meditation in and of itself, right? So it's going to bring you more into your body. It's going to bring you back into this place of connection with yourself, with spirit, and you're going to be able to understand more and move from a more sure-footed place when you are in that, when you're connected in that way, and really just allowing yourself to be immersed in the moment and what's going on in the moment, and knowing that like nothing that's happening in your life right now is happening by chance. So it's really looking at the lesson and the opportunity in everything. And as you look at everything as a lesson and an opportunity, you're going to continue, like that's also going to help to kind of kick in that abundance energy for you guys. And so, yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Should be an interesting month for you. If you'd like a personal reading, if you'd like a healing, I also offer personal astrological ascension transit charts, so you can see the different planetary energies right now, where those are in your chart, how that's affecting your ascension process, a whole bunch of different things that I do. All my information's in the description box below. There's also a link to donate to my channel if you feel so moved to do so. If you like this video, like it, share it, subscribe if you haven't yet, and that way you get to catch more videos. All of the interaction definitely helps to get these videos out to more people and get the message out to whoever it is that needs it. I appreciate you guys. Drop a comment if this resonated. Let me know how your month's going. Until we meet again, have a wonderful night and a wonderful September.